Hello guys, welcome to Deepak Pareek Clips. Thank you for clicking on this video. This is one particular clip from the main episode, the link to which is in the description. Please click on it to watch the full video. And meanwhile you're here, enjoy this clip.
Talk to you a little about nutrition as well, because I think that is, you mentioned the 6 constituents and you also mentioned the kind of food you eat. Do you think that is the most important aspect when it comes to actually taking care of yourself for women in their 30s? Because I have a lot of friends, a lot of women friends who are in their 30s and they are working women and they're not able to get their sleep right because it becomes too hectic at times and it's filled with travel. And because of that, the kind of nutrition that's required for the body, the kind of workout that's required for the body, the kind of sleep that's required for the body, essentially every other constituent that you've mentioned for a healthy lifestyle goes for a toss.
Yeah.
And then that takes a toll on the mind, which eventually takes a toll on the body, and then the overall health goes for a toss.
Yeah.
So essentially focusing on hustle culture, which is taking the conversation back to question 1, how can women focus on their diet properly despite the hustle culture and in terms of the hormone fluctuations as well?
I would say the first is to structure it and be very kind of clear in the direction that you're going to take to help you get to a balanced plate. Okay. Being healthy doesn't mean you have to be on a diet. I think that fact really needs to go, very far. Diets don't work. They're set up to fail. 99% of diets fail. And I'm sure if you're a woman and you've been on multiple diets, you know this, right? You start off on a Monday, you feel like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to feel amazing. By Friday, you're in the same place again, right? So, and we've all been there. And it just shows you that it doesn't work for your life because life hits, you need to get on that flight, like jet lag kicks in, all of that. So I'd say the first thing is to, number one, get rid of this diet culture or this mentality that you have to be perfect with what you're eating. But I think you need to have very big non-negotiables. The biggest mistake I find people make, especially in this whole thing of like, I want to maintain my health and I want to maintain my weight, is they undereat. We're undereating so much as a population, whether it is undereating,
like, do you think people are undereating, or there's a lot of stress eating? I feel that's happening.
Undereating in terms of the right nutrients, vitamins, and minerals.
Got it.
Right?
Fair, of course.
Right? There's a lot of kind of overeating in that sense, but I think we've not gotten to the root cause of that. Why are you eating? Is because out of an emotion, because it's hectic, because it's a schedule. But we haven't asked in the first place that that's the reason why you're eating. So I think the first thing is make sure that you are prioritizing kind of your fibers. Make sure you have adequate protein. And protein, I can stress, is so important because if you're working out 3-4 times a week and you're not consuming enough protein, your workouts are going to be futile. You're not going to get to the muscle strength that you want to get to. You're not going to preserve muscle mass, right? Because you're under eating in that sense. And then I think what we find obviously within our culture is like the amount of refined carbs that we have is extremely high, right? We also very much have a culture of eating a few breakfasts in the morning, having a few snacks in the afternoon. We don't necessarily need that. I think we're not, as women in our 30s, we're not necessarily growing babies anymore, but we need to also be able to honor that your appetite will change at different parts of your cycle. So if you're someone who's trying to keep your food exactly the same throughout your cycle, you are setting yourself up for failure. Naturally, what happens in those last 10 days of your cycle, your protein requirements increase. Your metabolism or your appetite may increase as well. Okay? So it usually increases by about 15%. Honor that, understand that, realize that, I need to actually improve and I need to increase the amount of calories that I'm consuming. The more we're able to work with that and we can structure it throughout the months, the better you'll find that you're able to stick to something. But I think the biggest one is to start asking yourself, am I actually hungry when I'm eating or am I eating out of a habit? And
mostly it's because of habit or stress eating or binge eating rather.
Exactly. And that's what we need to start getting to, right? It's not so much about what's on your plate. It's about why you're eating in the first place. If you're eating when you're not hungry and if you're eating out of, simple kind of other triggers, it is most likely not going to be required for your body at that point in time. So rather than asking women to restrict themselves and not eat, figure out where the stress eating is happening from. Help them develop mechanisms to cope with that, to understand that, to get to the root cause of that.
Can you recommend some healthy snacks when people are stress eating instead of the oil or oily or the fried chips or whatever?
Can I take you back to something and ask you, if you're stressed or if you've not slept, what are the foods you're going to crave?
I don't know. I enter the kitchen.
Are you going to be craving carrot sticks and cucumber sticks?
I mean, I would not want to.
Exactly.
Consume.
So this goes back to my point, right? It's not about the what I should eat. It's about why I'm eating. So I could, we all know what healthy snacks are. I think we all know, like, okay, if you're going to look for snacks, look for a high protein option, get in a Greek yogurt, get in your nuts, get in your seeds, get in these kind of things. But if you're not eating out of hunger in the first place, why are you eating? And
I'll tell you something. Go on. Sorry, go on.
So
and then
you're
I
not
have a very
eating.
interesting
Okay, and
take.
it's okay to eat when you're not hungry, but I think develop that awareness, understand that, and then get to find your solution for that. So your solution may at that point in time be, I want to eat. Okay, look for the healthier snack options. We all know what the healthier snack options are. But more so than that, get to the root cause of why you're feeling like that. So start dealing with the stress. Where is the stress coming from? What other ways can I deal with stress? Is there some form of self-care that I can add in then? Where is the, the feeling of loneliness or that feeling of feeling like I need to, snack 24/7 coming from? I guarantee you a lot of this is coming from experiences as a child, as when you were a child, or it's coming back from things people have told you not to do before. If you are someone who's been on a diet, you know exactly what you've been allowed and not been allowed at that point in time. But when you're stressed and you're eating out of stress, you're not going to stick to that.
Hello guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe, share it around on your WhatsApp, on your Instagram, Tinder, Bumble, every single where, because we need that traction. But thank you so much for watching the video, and you will come across every new clip every single day. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys around. Thank you. Cheers.